What it do, y'all? Hey, I'm back in the office. This crazy situation right here. They done brought the firing squad back. Instead of lethal injection, they gonna hit your ass with that hot shit. Straight up, man. So, hey, whoever planning on doing something stupid, this is the way you're gonna go if you stay. I think it's in South Carolina. One of them liners, or hey, it's a sad situation. I hope they can stop this for him, but when you put yourself in these situations, it almost ain't no coming back from this shit.
A metal chair, a hood over his head, and a target over his heart. That is how death row inmate Brad Sigmon is set to be executed on Friday, a death by firing squad.
Brad is aware of what the firing squad will do to him. He knows it's going to break his bones. He knows it's going to destroy his organs. But the alternative is potentially an excruciating 20-minute death.
Sigmon was convicted of first-degree murder for killing his ex-girlfriend's parents with a baseball bat in 2002. Sigmon's lawyer, Bo King, says he believes the firing squad offers fewer unknowns than lethal injection.
The protocol contains none of the information about the drugs that you would want to know before making the choice. It doesn't tell you what their expiration date is. It doesn't tell you their potency. It doesn't tell you how they're stored. That's the information that Brad has asked for repeatedly, and that's the information that the state refuses to provide.
According to South Carolina's Department of Corrections, the state's last 3 executions by lethal injection lasted more than 20 minutes. But the state says the condemned...
More than 20 minutes. So y'all sitting up here watching people go into convulsions and eyes rolling in their head and shaking and taking dumps on themselves and for 20 minutes. Come on, man. Now y'all know that ain't right. Now I see why they brought this back. Ain't none of this shit right, but hey, who wants to sit up there and watch somebody go through all that for 20 minutes, man? You're a human, man. You're gonna think about that shit. You're gonna have real nightmares. I don't care who you are, you're gonna have real nightmares of seeing somebody go through all that. Instead of more bang bang, it's over with. You know what I mean? Get him up out of there, y'all done seen him go. Wow. But a lot of people just trying to get this stopped too, though. But it is
were unconscious for most of that time. Sigmon's lawyers say a state autopsy revealed excruciating conditions, 2 of the inmates' lungs filling with liquids, an experience critics say is akin to waterboarding. The state says it's followed its protocols precisely.
What we know from the firing squad is that a death by firing squad happens almost immediately. It doesn't mean it's not going to be painful, but lethal injection is absolutely painful, as we're now coming to realize. It just takes longer.
Some legal experts say secrecy laws, like South Carolina's and common among death penalty states, hide issues with lethal injection.
One of the reasons Brad Sigmon says that he's choosing execution by firing squad is that he feels he does not have enough information from the state about their lethal injection
so he chose to go out like that. He chose to get hit with that hot sauce instead of that lethal injection, man. He like, shit, I don't know what's in that, man. What they got going on? If y'all gonna take me out, take me out. That's how he looking at this situation, man. Wow.
Protocol. How does that work?
I would not assume that the states know what they're doing. The states are using secrecy to hide what lethal injection is from A to Z. They can't get the drugs that they need to inject. They can't get the qualified medical personnel that they need. And all too often, they can't access the prisoner's vein. The closer we look, the more we know about these execution protocols, the more problematic they are.
South Carolina could not obtain lethal injection drugs for years until it shielded its suppliers with a secrecy law in 2023.
Drug manufacturers would not furnish South Carolina with the lethal drugs because we had no shield law. So once they said that, the only alternative was the electric chair.
Attorney Dick Hart-Pootlian was the state senator who introduced the bill to legalize the firing squad in 2021.
They'd have this choice, which I thought was more humane, until we could get a shield law.
South Carolina is not the only state turning to alternative methods to kill. Later this month, Louisiana will gas a prisoner with nitrogen, a method first tested by Alabama last year. The firing squad is legal in 4 other states, with Arizona now considering the same. All as multiple civil rights groups continue to oppose the death penalty altogether. And on Friday, just 3 media witnesses are expected to be in the room.
Suddenly the curtain opened and Mr. Gardner was already sitting in the chair, and he's got this white square on his chest, like a target.
The firing squad was last used in the United States 15 years ago in Utah to execute Ronnie Lee Gardner. Reporter Jennifer Dobner was there.
So we heard like boom, boom, not just one single report. And like the target on his chest kind of blew up, the fabric kind of blew up. And then it was really, really quiet after that. And the medical examiner came out about 2 minutes later and pronounced him dead.
And that's
wow. Wow. I mean, you got to think about the choices you make in life, man. And it seems like people be having way more of a heinous crime than just 2 people. But I guess he beat him with a bat, and they said that the brain matter was all over the place. So just the visual of that made them probably say, "Hey, we got this nigga's an animal. We got to get rid of him." Because you got to think it's people that have done way worse. Way worse. And this nigga been in jail for 30 years and still got to go. It just is what it is, the system. You know, it's, a lot of shit just don't even seem right with it, but it's the way it's designed. Straight up, man. My condolences, because he about to go. Friday, I don't think they're going to stop it, man. Real talk, man. But it is what it is, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Leave your comments. Y'all know what it is with me. It's 1942. No matter.